Somebody bets a vessel, a boat at Cape Coast, and you decide to go to the north, go to the Bono area, get to the Ashanti area, get into the Asin area, and you are chasing your own people, the strongest among them. Then after 100 years, you say, I should be compensated. Who should compensate who?
A few of our people, I don't know whether for attention or popularity, criticized the achievement and tried to belittle it. And they made all kinds of infantile arguments. They say, so, but Africans were involved. I mean, it doesn't, the crime was systematic.
Don't know Mahama, and it's Samuel Kujito Ablakwa, Ababontini, Abba responded to Afenyo Markins, and some Ghanaians are, Omutrimuno, Omuhunu said John Mahama in India Orkika. Obi be some say, and some bang in America, and some making Yinano, if I slave trade and send some, and I said, Neomana, a picture this time around. Tinyabutre, Joaconia, I'm teaching some minimum and fanchero. I have my leg Centrality TV so. When you first saw my channel, it's about home wedding, subscribe it. And to say no, last year, John Mahama ever cast slave trade the once and some I watch him say, you hear compensation because San your man a course no a dehumanizing because omo jinko for character say omo dinko for film home and them ko build kuro and till do time I was omo jitum say your man omo ye no etia ni panemra and I was omo compensate and no. So this year omko vote omko UN meeting omko vote ya bibia course so yehunu say nkofo bebre e support Sansama John Mahama at the buy na busian. After that vote, there was just some Ghanaians, some people, some Africans. John Mahama in India Okika. And a young cousin at home at the man brofuno, and there's no way a brofuno was some compensated. Obicra Babonta, which them will say, Shana ma African leaders Nisika because African leaders now your marriage and say, or more the slave trade in some no every PBP. Edia go mubotom eno kwankoda nchen ye wo ho ne hu sa Afenyo Markins agogyina parliament a no so chire mu say yan kasa na eton ye ho e de ma abrofo no enti nsema John Mahama e kan de sebi on ntirimu ne de nyansa nim we yan nsema Afenyo Markins babo nti be kan.
Somebody bets a vessel, a boat at Cape Coast, and you decide to go to the north, go to the Bono area, get to the Ashanti area, get into the Asin area, and you are chasing your own people, the strongest among them. Then after 100 years, you say, I should be compensated. Who should compensate who? Mr. Speaker, with the greatest respect, I don't want us to create a certain impression that, expressing an opposing view to this whole reparation thing makes you anti-African or you are not thinking about the suffering. Who suffered? We maltreated our own. We maltreated our own and told the white man that he should also maltreat our own. So, Mr. Speaker, the story must be told and be put in its proper context. It is also a fact that inhumane treatment, the unfortunate humiliation, the marginalization, the injustice, the abuse of our ancestors who became victims of this slave trade, Mr. Speaker, must be condemned, and I so condemn him. They were treated as less human. And Mr. Speaker, if that is where the argument is being situated, then Mr. Speaker, I'm all for it.
Now, minimum can say, Samuel Kujito Ablakwa, and John Mahama Apa Bontene, and the response. Afenyo Markins. Now, Sembe and Omoka, we can some Omoka.
The minority leader in Ghana I will have only one message for the minority leader in Ghana. He should pay a friendly visit to the former president of Ghana, leader of his party, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, who has been a strong advocate for reparatory justice, leading member of his own party. You should pay him a visit. There's an Easter weekend coming up. It will be nice for him to pay former President Nana Akufo-Addo a nice visit. He should go with an Easter gift, sit with him, and let former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo educate him on reparatory justice. I think it will do him a lot of good before his next pronouncement in Parliament. That's all I have to tell him.
A few of our people, I don't know whether for attention or popularity, criticized their achievement and tried to belittle it. And they made all kinds of infantile arguments. They say, oh, but Africans were involved. I mean, it doesn't, the crime was systematic. The ships that carried the slaves were insured by reputable insurance companies that are some of the richest in the world today and profited from the slave trade. The ship owners made money. Reparations, and listen to the important one, reparations were paid to slave owners for letting the slaves go. When they abolished slave trade and said the slaves could go, they compensated the person who has enslaved somebody for loss of property. As recently as 2015, compensation was paid to people for losing their slaves. And you come and tell me that we recognize this as a grievous crime, and you say, oh, but Africans were involved. This was a whole system. They built ships, and they built the ships with measurements to make sure that the cargo can take the maximum amount of slaves. And you tell me that, you know, Africans were involved, so we shouldn't talk about reparations. You know, I don't know. I mean, some people just, you know, want to whittle down what happened. If you know what happened to the slaves, nothing compares to it in everything that has happened in this world, to the 15 million people who were sent away, those who died. I'll give you the case of one example. A ship captain threw 134 slaves overboard to go and claim insurance because the cargo, your ancestors were cargo. And so if the ship lost cargo, there was insurance that compensated for the loss of cargo. And 134 slaves, he threw them overboard and went and filed an insurance claim for loss of cargo. And you know, before now, the arguments have been fragmented. A few people have acknowledged. I know some of the leading corporates have come and apologized for their role in this, but the whole discussion has been fragmented. And so our purpose was to put it on record, the true story of the slave trade. If even to just let the spirit of our ancestors rest, I am happy that we went. I'm happy that we went to the General Assembly and it is recorded for eternity in the records that this happened. It will never be forgotten. Those who seek to erase their memory have failed. Their memory is in the records of the highest platform, global platform that we have. And so let's not trivialize it and say, oh, but there were people involved. In the record of the Holocaust, there were Jews who were prison guards. There were Jews who pointed out where other Jews were hiding. And yet the Holocaust is recognized as genocide and a crime against humanity. So why not the slave trade? Because some Africans were involved. It doesn't absolve those who built the system and financed it. And so we'll call them out. I don't care what anybody says, we'll call them out. And so Ghana has done its bit. Ghana has been recognized for leading the Pan-Africanist struggle. And I think this is just an extension of that leadership. Now that we have it on record, the same coalition that came together to do this, including our CARICOM brothers and sisters, they have a 10-point plan on reparations. I think that we should build a coalition around their 10-point plan for reparative justice and restitution. And it goes beyond just reparations. It includes artifacts that were stolen. Only recently, the head of one of our chiefs has been returned. It is in 37, being preserved in 37. They cut off his head and took it and put it in a museum for many years. It has only recently come back. And so it's a broader discussion than those who seek to trivialize it. And we will continue to lead if our leadership is needed, but will continue to be a good part of that coalition that continues to press for reparative justice and restitution.